I usually don't do reaction videos like this. Like, my channel is not a reaction channel. I'm more of a say whatever the heck I want type of a channel. But as somebody who grew up with the Mighty Ducks movies in the 90s, and having a soft spot for all of them, having gone to many games back when Paul Correa and Teemu Selanne were line mates, I feel I have a good enough perspective and can add my thoughts on the Mighty Ducks Game Changers trailer. I know the actual series will be out in a couple weeks as of this video, but hey, this seems like fun. I'm also a level 4 USA Hockey certified coach, and I've coached almost every youth level from rec league to high travel, both as an assistant and as a head coach over the last 15 years. Now, I've seen this trailer once all the way through to prepare, and if you haven't watched it at least once for context, I suggest you do so, because there will be points where I stop and either nitpick or offer insight behind some key clips.
Hey, don't forget sunscreen.
You know we play indoors, right?
That's what SPF 15 is for.
Funny how the team is sponsored by Hendrix now. Nice little nod to D2.
Come on, let's go, we're late.
The Ducks are a powerhouse organization with a record 10 state championships.
A little different than the Ducks of the 90s.
The Ducks are going to be the bad guys in this series? I guess that quote from Dark Knight speaks it all.
I gotta cut you. I mean, at this stage, if you can't be great at hockey, don't bother.
One, yes, that's Riley from the Letterkenny series, and if you want to learn hockey chirps, look no further than there. Two, yeah, the whole point is to show this coach being an asshole, but again, if you're trying out for a high-level team, then that comes with the territory. Have I been in that position of telling a kid he's not good enough? Yeah, it's heartbreaking. You don't want to be in that position, but it's what you have to do sometimes. And if you're holding tryouts for a high level and you only have so many spots available, then yes, you got to go with signing the 15 or so strongest and tell the rest, thanks, but we don't have a spot for you. Now, maybe this isn't a tryout. Maybe he's just part of this team and pisses off the coach and the coach cuts him for no good reason, which, yes, that can happen too. But we'll have to see what happens in the actual episode for the context. But either way, I think all my bases are covered here.
Don't bother?
Mom, please.
Shouldn't kids be able to play sports for fun?
Yes, absolutely. Kids should be able to just play the game for the love of the game. You know where they can do that? In Rec League. This is set in Minnesota. You know how many hockey players there are in Minnesota? About 57,000. There's more registered hockey players in Minnesota alone than entire European countries like Switzerland, France, Germany, Slovakia, Norway. There's about 7,000 13 to 14-year-old registered players and about 8,300 registered 11 to 12-year-old hockey players in Minnesota. There's also on average one indoor ice arena in every town in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro. And usually big powerhouse club teams like the fictional Ducks or the Hawks in the old movie, they have a home rink with a feeder program. Okay, you didn't make 14U AAA or AA? What about the A team? Nope, not good enough for the A team? What about the double B team? Nope. What about B? Nope. Again, there is always Rec League, where you are free to pretty much show up as little as you please and play just for the fun of it. Seriously, you can stink so bad in Rec League that the only way you would get cut from a Rec League team is if you do something so stupid that gets you banned from the ice rink. In the 15 years that I've been coaching, I've seen many kids who grew up strictly as Rec League players from the time they played in the youngest divisions to the time when they aged out and started playing in beer leagues. So yes, you can just play for the fun of it.
Stephanie, you brought 2 private trainers to your kids' hockey practice.
Oh, I'm a pediatric sports psychologist.
Ah, okay. We are out of here.
Okay, yeah, that may seem like these are just caricatures or that's a stretch. There are kids and parents like this that do exist. Some of these players are homeschooled and practically live at the rink and are doing multiple hockey lessons a week. They're almost never home. I've also seen it happen where kids are total studs when they're younger and they're on this crazy lesson regiment schedule and practically missing out on the rest of their childhood. And then they either burn out in their later years or Their bodies stop developing while other kids grow into theirs, and some kids who were not studs before suddenly have that potential to make junior or college teams.
The Ducks don't get to take hockey away from you. I want you to think about all the other kids who've been told that they're too small or too slow. They just want to get out there and play.
Freaks.
Let's start our own team. Look at this. Your first teammate.
I would not be an asset physically. I have more of a podcast. In order to be a team, you just have to have a home rink and a coach.
What about Gordon Bombay?
Gordon Bombay?
Gordon Bombay.
I'm guessing you didn't see the sign? I hate hockey, and I don't like kids.
You run an ice rink.
Weird, huh?
So Gordon Bombay is pretty much back to where he was at the beginning of the first movie. Okay, we'll go with it, I guess. I'm sure we'll learn what happened to him over the last 24 or 25 years. And if you pause at the minute 8 marker, you can see something happen to him when he tried to coach a college team. But it says, and I quote, he threw in the towel.
You are losers. We're not losers.
Yep, parents like that exist. And the sad part is a lot of them start out humble when they're first starting out, but as soon as their kid starts getting really good, or shows any signs of being a big fish in a small pond type of an environment, suddenly certain things are not good enough for them anymore. Some coaches I looked up to as mentors growing up quit coaching entirely because of parents like this.
We both know you can make such a big difference with these kids.
I've spent my entire life chasing hockey, and I have absolutely nothing to show for it.
You have us.
Yes, I have felt that way about my first 12 or so years of coaching. Despite being told how good and valuable I was, I never got those big salary positions like some clubs do. And 2017 was when politics took over and pressed the glass ceiling on me like a hydraulic press, causing me to switch careers in the sense. And yeah, I still coach now part-time for the enjoyment of it, but I do a lot of other things.
I always felt like I was just hanging on. But not anymore.
You have taken too much crap for too long.
Not where I thought I would be. But I'm trying to do something different here.
This is bigger than hockey. This is about you standing up for yourself.
Nothing but that. Crazy. Nothing but that.
The true measure of a person is not in how many times they fall down, but it's how many times they pick themselves back up.
You got to make this happen for yourself.
Guys, come on now. Don't get discouraged, okay? That's why we watch game tape, to get better.
It's like a master class in second.
Okay, yeah. I think we see pretty much what's going to happen in this storyline. You know the hockey mom character and the coach are going to fall for each other or maybe hook up, which, yes, it happens. I should know. You know the team is going to come together and learn the true value of being a teammate, just playing for the love of the game. You know they're going to face their big bad rivals in a big game setting, and two things are going to happen. Either they will win, like all three of the old movies, or they're actually going to lose for a chain, but earn everyone's respect in the process. Again, stuff that's been done in many other movies. It's the same formula that's been done to death many times. But hey, even if the trailer is saying this is the Mighty Ducks for a new generation, then at least they're being honest about it. They pretty much know, yeah, we're doing this formula again, but we're doing a 2020 style. Now maybe Disney is doing this because of how successful Cobra Kai is and the nostalgic value of it, but Cobra Kai is so good that you don't even need to be a fan of the old Karate Kid movies to enjoy Cobra Kai. Mighty Ducks, on the other hand, I was a fan of growing up. And this new Mighty Ducks series, on the other hand, pretty much looks like it's banking on older fans of the movies to check it out with their kids. Nothing wrong with that, but I don't see any outside appeal, except maybe other hockey fans. And the other thing this series might lack is edge. It might be a little too rated G or PG for my taste, if you know what that means. And if it's solely for kids and not appealing to adults, then I don't see this being responded to very well. But we'll wait and see how good it is when the episodes finally come out. Maybe we'll see cameos from some of the old gang. We want to know what Charlie is up to. Where's the Bash Brothers? Where's Goldberg? No, not that Goldberg. Where's Goldberg the goalie? Oh. Well, Apparently he's sober now, and I'm happy for him if that's true. That's all I got to say about this trailer. And again, I don't usually do videos like this, but hey, I did it for the fun and enjoyment of it, like the whole series is preaching. Haha. I'm Desert Coyote 22. Thanks for listening.